back with WHHITV, and I'm with Charlie Stone, who is the Senior Project Manager with the BC EDC. And to pick up our conversation, we're talking about new agricultural companies coming into the Beaufort County. We just talked about peanuts, and now we're on to tomatoes. I mean, this is really quite interesting. I'd like you to tell us more. We had to stop at tomatoes, but I want to pick up at tomatoes.
Yeah, peanuts and tomatoes. It's like lions, tigers, and bears, but the ag version of that. So we do have a large tomato farm. I was touching on the fact that they're investing in cold storage, they're investing in additional packing, and then they're also taking tomatoes that were too ripe to send to market and making Bloody Mary mix out of those tomatoes. So,
and life is so much better all of a sudden.
Exactly. So they're investing in an upgrade to their bottling line as well. So it's a great project, and it's really multifaceted. We did an economic impact study through Clemson University that said their total economic impact was about $240 million over a 6-year period. So a great project for the region. And then the last agricultural project is a brewery that we're working on, a very large-scale brewery looking at locating in Bluffton, but they're actually sourcing a lot of product, grain from within South Carolina around the Edisto area, as well as honey from South Carolina. So as you can see, not only are these projects affecting this area, but they're also affecting the whole state. So
yeah, and that's terrific, and that's one thing. Again, we want to use our resources, and that's what's the beauty of when we have a potential business and how we can put our resources. And being in the Lowcountry, these are what our resources are: agriculture. This is what they have done for hundreds and hundreds of years. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that is exciting, and so we have them. Some of them are already in their places and doing business. Some are. So with the tomato people, are they actually in business? Are they looking to build the business? Are they?
They have hundreds of acres of tomato farms on St. Helena, and they have a presence on St. Helena currently. They're essentially looking at investing in their current presence and growing. The brewery is going to be a new investment, and then the peanut pellet laboratory is currently existing in Bluffton, but looking to grow.
Well, that's all great news. All right, continuing, we have a lot more to talk about. All right, let's talk about the Beaufort Commerce Park. There's a lot going on there as well.
There is. So we partnered with Magnus Development Partners, who constructed the first industrial spec building out at the park. That was a 64,000 square foot building. That one's been fully leased, and they're now going to be constructing a 72,000 square foot building adjacent to the first building. That building is set to break ground in April, and then we expect a Q4, early Q1 delivery on that building. But we're seeing some great lead flow. We have some existing manufacturers in Beaufort that are looking at this new spec building, and we have yet to even break ground on it. So we expect the interest to be very hot, and hopefully get it
And the
pre-leased.
first building is full, correct?
It is, yes, ma'am. We have.
Let's talk about that. It filled the capacity within a matter of a year, maybe?
I think 368 days after they broke ground, it was fully leased. So actually talking to our realtor, or Magnus Development Partners realtor, Avis and Young, they said that buildings in Charleston don't even lease this quickly. So I think we have a great story to tell in Beaufort. And a lot of that has to do with our unique workforce solutions and the quality of life down here.
Now that you brought that up, unique workforce solutions, let's talk about that, because a lot of people who are bringing their business to our community, they obviously want to make sure we have the workforce to facilitate their needs, correct?
Yeah, that's often the first question we get from prospect companies as they're looking at Beaufort County. What is your workforce like? And I think we're very fortunate to have 3 military installations, and we've been participating with the Marine Corps Air Station's transition classes for exiting military members. So we can track 2,100 exiting Marines. I'm actually out on the base every other week now, and I'm in the transition classes, essentially recruiting the Marines to stay in this area and take job opportunities in Beaufort County. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I was out there, and Gulfstream has a presence on the military base. They send out HR folks to recruit the exiting military members, and I was talking to one of the Gulfstream contacts, and they were telling me that as far as all their nationwide recruiting, they get more people from the Marine Corps Air Station and Hunter Army Airfield in Savannah than anywhere else in the U.S. So I think it's definitely a great resource for our employers. And there's a reason why Gulfstream, Boeing, these large employers are out there recruiting people.
Absolutely, because they've learned a lot. They're well educated. They have a great work ethic, correct? And that's just a wonderful thing. Well, Charlie, I'm really sad our time is up. So I'm going to have to come back again, and we'll continue our conversation.
Yes, ma'am. It was a pleasure being with you today.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more 843 TV.